Good morning. Come on in here. Let's see if this works. I'm excited. I can't get my camera much closer to me. Let's see. Get on in here. We got lots to talk about. It's a busy day. There's my sister. Y'all say a little prayer for my sister Dina. She fell out yesterday. She fainted in her bathroom and hit her head and hit her knee and hit her tailbone. And I'm telling off on her because I want y'all to pray for her. She's had her. There's my friend Donna. Good morning, everybody. I'm excited about today. It's like Christmas morning to me. Yesterday we did a lot of research. Patty and Liz and Justin, we just started researching, trying to figure out what is going on. And Justin found a video on YouTube that kind of explained it all. And we found an app. Let's see, I can't remember what the app's name was. Somebody brought it in here. SpeedNet, I think it is. SpeedNet. And you run this little app and you see what your upload speed, what your download speed is. And the video told us that you needed between 2 and 4 upload speed for Facebook Live to work properly. And this kid was from Australia. Wow. I had 1 upload speed. 1, I tell you. 1. And I got on the phone and I called my local internet people, and I love Daniel. Daniel has been my internet guy for when we used to have our servers in the basement, y'all, before we got as much traffic as we get now. And the servers were in the basement. We had 2 T1 lines coming up to the house, and we maxed out both of those T1 lines. Well, now we're just on DSL. Our servers are in South Carolina, and Michael takes care of all of that. But before that, we had smoking fast speed, and I was used to it. And now we don't have smoking fast speed. So what the little video told us to do was go on Facebook Live without Wi-Fi on. So I've turned the Wi-Fi off on my phone, and I am just running with Verizon. And my Verizon upload speed was 5, where my upload speed here at the house with DSL was 1. So, folks, I'm excited. I'm hoping this doesn't get blurry because it was driving me nuts. Because it was making y'all sick, and I can't stand that. I can't stand to upset my babies. And then I was getting frustrated because I couldn't figure it out because I'm not perfect. And, and I had done searches too. I had done a lot of searches, and I couldn't find out what was wrong. I looked and I looked and I looked. Well, for about a year, they've been supposed to put cable internet up to our house. And it's been one thing after another. Well, yesterday, when I called Daniel at Comporium, I said, Daniel, you told me to call if we didn't get the cable up to the house in a timely fashion, and he's in charge of all this stuff. Well, something happened, and we fell through the cracks for the 3rd time, and now a young man named Aaron is coming out to check all the. They gotta do the call before you dig stuff and get people to mark the lines of where we've got water line and all kinds of stuff coming up to the house down our driveway. So they've got to run they got to run wires up to our house because we've never had cable up here. If somebody's here from North Alabama, let me tell you my story about North Alabama. It's Patricia. One time we were driving from Memphis on Highway 72, I think it is, and we saw a sign for the Coon Dog Cemetery. Now, I have coon dogs. I've always had a hound dog somewhere, but they're considered coon dogs in the South because they like to chase raccoons. And we saw this sign for the Coon Dog Cemetery, and Michelle and I just took a beeline because we loved our coon dogs. And we got back into the middle of nowhere and found the Coon Dog Cemetery. And it was just delightful. I mean, delightful. People love their coon dogs, and you have to get permission to bury your coon dog in this place. So it was just beautiful, a dog cemetery. Anyway, that's my North Alabama story. I'd like to go to Huntsville sometime and see the Space Center there. Justin has a friend that works there, and Michael and his dad and the kids have gone there. I'd like to see it because I was a space nut growing up. I did my senior paper in high school on the, this was before it all happened, but on the space shuttle. Imagine that. Before the space shuttle happened, I did a paper about the upcoming space shuttle. Well, let's see. It's Old Home Week here. Somebody said, hey, Deborah, where are you in West Tennessee? I grew up in West Tennessee. I grew up in Tiptonville, Tennessee. Tiptonville is on the northwest corner of Tennessee and on Reelfoot Lake. So that's where I grew up. Fuzzy again. You are fuzzy again. There's my friend Leanne. She's watching. So, folks, I don't know how to help you with Cozy. I just don't know how. I don't use Cozy, but it is a great tool, and we partner with them. Hey, everybody. So, here's the thing. Yesterday, I like I really, Beech Grove, Tennessee. I don't know where that is. Anyway, yesterday was a busy day, me trying to figure out the problem, and I'm going to focus again on me. Let's see if that'll work. I was just covered up trying to figure out how things weren't working right and all this good stuff. Now, let's talk a little bit about Fly Lady stuff. We have some great tools on sale today. And our 3-pack, I only have 2 of them here because I'm using another one. Our 3-pack of dish towels, which, here's what you do with your dish towels. I would label every one of them. I would get 3 packs of them and name them Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. We used to have them labeled days of the week. But this is important for us. We forget how long a dish towel has been out. And if we label them, we know if it's been there all day Tuesday that it needs to go away tonight because it's dirty. If you've put your hands on it and you've dried your hands, or somebody else has dried their hands, or you've wiped up a spill, or you've had chicken, it needs to go away. You need to put out a fresh dish towel every single day because this is going to keep germs down. Memphis is not on Reelfoot Lake. No sirree. Anyway, so Robert's outside talking to the Comporium fella, Aaron. But these things are half price right now. $5.97 for 3 of them. And they are absorbent. They can be bleached. And I would label them with a Sharpie at the bottom. I would do that. We have the multi-wand. It's a half price too. It's $7.97. If you get it with our handy dandy handle for our mop, it can be short. It can be you get a 10-foot extension practically on your reach, and you never have to climb a ladder. Never have to climb a ladder. They don't want them monogrammed, Jay. They don't want them monogrammed because they wanted us to give them plain dish towels because they didn't like being not on the right day of the week. See, I used your perfectionism to help you keep the dish towels clean. And for a dish rag, there's nothing I like any better than a purple rag. It's my favorite dish rag ever. I started using them because we got a testimonial from someone who said, I put my dish rags in hot soapy water, to make sure I get all the purple dye out of them. How cool was that? And it does a great job. And you got pretty purple water, and you wash things up and you rinse them out. And I hang mine up underneath my sink on a hook to dry. And there you have it. The best dish rag. Let's see, the carpet sweeper. You all want something to take care of your rugs. This is it. This is it. It does a wonderful job of getting dog hair and cat hair off your rugs. I don't think there's anything any better. I'm going to trip over that. I need to lift that up so that I don't trip. See, I'm thinking ahead so I don't set myself up to fall. And I'm trying to think what else we got going on. Oh. Rubber scrubbers are on a BOGO. Buy one, get one. There's a use for this everywhere in your house. I keep one by my bed because I have a little dog that gets in the bed with me, and sometimes I didn't brush her before it was bedtime, and she's like a grit magnet. And I can't stand I'm a princess. Did y'all know that I'm a princess? I am a princess. And the least little grain of sand, I can't sleep. I have to get up and move. And just a little bit of a grain of sand. This tool will take cat hair off of your couch. It will scrub your elbows. It's even gentle enough to scrub your face. And it does a great job anywhere you need to use it. And it's even got a place on the back where you can label it with your Sharpie right there. If it's for the kitchen, you can put kitchen on it. Or if it's for the cat or the dog, you can put cat or dog on it. If it's for your bedroom, you put bedroom on it. If it's in your bathtub, you can put pamper on it. So you're going to use it for your knees and elbows. And I've even used it for scrubbing around the edge of the tub. Open the towel fully. Okay, that's what my sister's telling me. Here is the dish towel. It's waffle weave. Can you tell it? Anyway, everybody needs a clean dish towel in the kitchen every single day. So after you shine your sink, wipe out your sink with the dish towel, put it in. I watched my grandmother do this. She would dry her kitchen sink out, and with her dish towel that she had used that day, and then she would take it directly to her washing machine and put it in the washing machine. That's where I learned that. You need a clean dish towel every single day. Okay, let's see. I've had to turn off all my reminders to walk up and down the steps. And I have one coming up. Let's see. It's 10:30. Yep. But I had to turn them off because I didn't want them messing up my video today. So yesterday, I watched a great movie. And if you get a chance, I want you to go to Vimeo and look up the movie Hoaxed. Hoaxed. And it is an eye-opening movie that everybody should watch so that we understand what's happening to our world, to the news media in particular, what's going on. And we have to become good stewards of what we put in our brain is the main thing. Scott Adams is in it. And that's how I heard about it, from Scott Adams. He is in the movie. He is interviewed in this movie because his training is in economics, but he's also a trained hypnotist. And it is an amazing, thought-provoking movie. I watched it twice yesterday. I watched it by myself yesterday morning, and I couldn't give it my all attention. But last night I asked Robert if he would watch it with me again. And Vimeo. Vimeo. And we watched it again last night, and I saw things that I didn't see yesterday morning. And I believe everyone should watch it to educate themselves. It's all about education for me. Because I don't believe the talking heads. I don't even believe Scott Adams sometimes. Because I am being trained to think for myself. I even research things. But, sometimes Google doesn't let you research things. So I use the search engine DuckDuckGo. And I got Robert using the search engine DuckDuckGo. It's just, we need to be educated. Heidi. Hey, Heidi. Love you. Heidi saved my life one day. Let me tell you this story. I had a speaking engagement in Evanston, Wyoming. And Heidi picked us up at the airport. But my doctor didn't want me to go. Because I found out the day before that I was anemic in a bad way. And so when I got to Salt Lake City, I said, I'm going to speak to these doctors and nurses at this hospital place in Evanston, Wyoming. And he said, well, that's the only reason I'm letting you go, because there's going to be doctors and nurses there. So he said, as soon as you get there, I want you to go get your blood checked to see if your anemia has dropped any lower than what it is right now. So he gave me all my numbers, and Heidi's brother ran the ER at the best hospital in Salt Lake City. I think she had 2 brothers that worked there. And they put me through the ringer for 5 hours, because I always go a day ahead of time. And come to find out, I didn't have any internal bleeding or anything. I was just severely anemic. And this was after I did the low carb stuff for about 2 years. And we figured that because I didn't eat any processed wheat, which is embedded in, it's enriched in flour. It gets enriched with iron. That I had a deficit in iron. And when you have no iron in your bloodstream, it's not carrying oxygen to your brain. So anyway, when you get to like 7,500 feet, which Evanston, Wyoming is, and I spoke right after the governor's wife spoke, and I was gasping for air, and I sat down, and Eric was sitting right by the stage so he could catch me if I fell. And this nurse came up to me and she says, "What hotel are you staying at?" It's only one of two. And I told her which hotel I was at. And she says, "We're sending over some oxygen for you to use all night long tonight." Because I had to speak for 2 days. And they took good care of me. They really did. And so we went riding around back country Wyoming with an oxygen tank strapped in the middle of the seat. It was me and Michelle and Eric and his sister. And we just had the best time. It's the first time I ever gave a speech sitting down. I sat on a piano bench, kind of like Edith Ann from Laugh-In days. I just sat on a piano bench and spoke to everybody, and I would speak for 15 minutes. And then Eric would get up and sing, and I would go backstage and take a hit of oxygen and come back out. It wasn't funny at the time, but it's funny now. That it was just hilarious, and we had the best time. Just the best time. Yes, Heidi was special to us. We love Heidi. We spent a lot of time with Heidi and her family. Her children were in the CD we did. We did I think it was the Fly CD. Her kids sang Backup with Alexander. Don't tell Alexander, I told y'all. Anyway, we've had a lot of fun. I see the pictures. They pop up on my computer sometime, and I see them all. But, today's Tuesday. Today's our day to plan a little bit and then to do something fun for yourself. Play a little bit. So enjoy your day. Get some stuff done, and don't get all bent out of shape. Maybe sit down and watch the Hoax movie. I tell you what. The movie made me cry. It made me cry. And it'll make you think. It will make you think. I hate dead dryers, but guess what? I had a mother-in-law that she never had a dryer in her whole life. Both my mother-in-laws never had a dryer in their whole life. They hung things up in door facings, and in her basement she had a clothesline, and she would hang things up on her clothesline. So you can get by without a dryer. And if you have cotton clothing, you can take and pull it on the bias, and you practically get all the movie out. The movie is called Hoaxed, Hoaxed. And it's the best $10 you'll spend all year. I'm telling you. Hoax made me cry. It made me cry. But you know me, I can cry. I love clotheslines. But I don't have one because we live in the woods. And there would be a bird to poop on my clothes, and it would make me unhappy. So folks, y'all have some fun today. Get some stuff done. I hope this video, did it get too blurry on you? I'm not going to stop talking with my hands. That's just not who I am. And if I did that, I'd go back to doing radio. Okay, I'm looking at your comments. Yep, shower rods are good for hanging stuff up. If you have an empty closet, which I know you don't, you can hang things in an empty closet. And if you my daughter-in-law has this thing that Justin got for her, or he made it for her, I can't remember, but it's a rack. It's a drying rack that closes up into 2 doors, and then it folds out. And when she opens up the doors, and she can hang the cotton clothes on it, and by doing that, this woman has a ceiling fan. She is smart. Has a ceiling fan in her laundry room. in her laundry room, and she turns the ceiling fan on and it dries the clothes. Isn't that a brilliant idea? I just love it. Well, I'm glad we figured out the problem. The young guy from the phone company's here to kind of fix us up. And hopefully we will have super fast internet before we know it. I love you all. I will talk to you tomorrow. Tomorrow is Anti-Procrastination Day. Yep. Anti-Procrastination Day. You be thinking about what you need to get done because you've been putting some stuff off. So let's get some stuff done. I'll see you tomorrow.